Hello friends, so this video is for friends who need help with sorting our words, all right? So please remember that our headings will be at the top. For this week, we will have a short O following a CVC pattern or a consonant, vowel, consonant pattern. And then our example word for this heading is lost. Our second heading is a long O, and our pattern is C, V, C with an E at the end. And this means a consonant, vowel, consonant, and a silent E at the end. Words like this sound like drove, where that silent E is helping that O to say its name, that long O sound. Also, we may have long O words in which instead of having a silent E, we have a vowel pair where the vowels are beside each other. So they will follow a C, V, V, C pattern, or consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant pattern. Words like this look like and sound like road, where it is R-O-A-D, with the consonants being the R and the D at the end, and the vowels are the O-A pair in the middle. If there are words that may look like one of the patterns but do not make that same sound, or maybe they're not making the sounds at all, then they would fall under our oddball group. So we have done chose, which is making the O is making a long O sound with a silent E at the end. We have coat and boat, which are making the long O sound and have two vowel patterns, which both happen to use that OA pattern. And then we have the word love. Even though it has an E at the end and looks very much like the CVCE, of sounds more like a short U sound and not that long O sound that we need for our second heading. Therefore, we will put it under the oddball setting. All right, we're going to go through the rest of our words just so we can get a little bit more clarity. Again, the work that we have for this week will not be graded for accuracy, but more so that you are trying to complete and participating in learning the routines and the expectations. We'll start with the word goat, G-O-A-T. We'll listen to the word goat and see if the O is making a short O or a long O sound. Goat. Well, I hear that O saying its name, that O sound in there. So more than likely, I'm dealing with either the second or third heading. When I look at what it looks like, I see G-O-A-T. All right, I see a consonant and then a vowel, and then a vowel, and then a consonant. That helps me to know I will be putting goat under my third bullet, G-O-A-T. And this would be similar to coat or boat or road. All right, we've done that one. And I'll clear that out. Our next word is soap. Soap. With the word soap, that I hear that O in soap. Oh, that's making a long O sound. Because it is making a long O sound, more than likely I'm dealing with the second or third headings. Now, when I look at the word soap, I have a consonant, then I have a vowel, then I have a vowel, and then I have a consonant. Because I have consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant, as well as a long O, this also goes in the group with goat that we have just done. You'll click on it, press enter to go to the next bullet, and remember, we use bullets to make a list, and we are now making a list of these words. And so I will type in soap for our third group. So that one's kind of lengthening out, kind of moving past everybody else. Our next word is knock, K-N-O-C-K, K-N-O-C-K. Knock. Is that making a short O sound or a long O sound? Knock. It's making that ah sound, which is a short O sound. Short O sound. Like la-ah-ast. So, I make sure that it's following the CVC pattern. And I know it's a little bit hard to kind of remember this, but we have to think about it that the consonant is going to start right beside that vowel. You kind of center yourself with that first vowel. Center yourself with that first vowel. And also when we think about it, KN is working together to make one sound. KN is working to make the sound N. It's not KN, it's N. And so it's kind of working as that one consonant sound that you hear. So we have that consonant, then we have a vowel, then we have another consonant. CK is a blend that is also working together. So this is following our consonant, vowel, consonant, and even if we weren't looking at those Ks, we have consonant with our N, a vowel is O, and that C is a consonant. Therefore, we would put the word knock in our first heading. Putting the word knock in our first heading of short O. All right, deleting this and going to our next word, slope. Slope. Do we hear a short O or a long O? Slope. Well, I can hear that O in there. I think that I'll be leaning towards our second or third headings. Then I will look at what types of patterns we have going on. S-L-O-P-E. Center yourself with those vowels. Here's my first vowel, that O. Before it, I have a consonant. Well, I have a consonant. I have the vowel. I have a consonant. Oh, and then I have an E. That E is helping that O to say his name. Therefore, the word slope would be under the second heading. The second heading. Let me see if I can bring that down. Slope. All right. Next word. Foam. Foam. F-O-A-M. Do I hear the short O or long O? Foam. I hear that O. I hear that long O sound. So second or third group it is. Then I look at the patterns. Foam. F is a consonant. O is a vowel. A is a vowel. And M is a consonant. So this is a C-V-V-C pattern. Therefore, I'm going to go to my third group. Let me elongate this. There we go. Enter. And then I put in F-O-A-M. F-O-A-M. All right. And we can delete that word. Also, this word box was originally not on the page. However, I used a text box where you can click on this button with the T and the lines around it. Click on it. Make my box as big as I want it. And you'll see that you can make a text box and start there. If you like to see the outside lines, as we have here, then you would click on the three lines, the one at the top, very thick, and then getting thinner by the bottom. They call this the border weight, and then put it at a 3px, and it kind of gives it weight. If you do not have anything checked, it will be invisible, which is usually where it starts, usually where your text box starts, because a lot of people do not normally want that. But if you ever have a problem where you're missing a text box, you can use this button here to make another text box. So just a little bit of tech into our lesson today. Our next word is load. Our next word is load. L-O-A-D. Do I hear a short O or a long O? Load. I hear a long O because I can hear that O in it, not that ah. Not that ah. So we're second or third group, and then I have L-O-A-D. L is a consonant, O is a vowel, A is a vowel, and D is a consonant. Because of this, we are in our third group, L-O-A-D. Done. Next word is whole. Next word is whole. What sound do you hear in whole? Short O or long O? Whole. If you guess long O, you guessed correctly. You guessed correctly. So we're in our second or third groups. Then I look at the patterns. Well, that WH is making that one consonant sound. So you line yourself up with your vowels. Line yourself up with your vowels. Before it, I have a consonant. Then I have a vowel. Then I have a consonant, and then I have an E. Now, we do know that E is a vowel, but remember, that silent E is very special when we do word study. And sometimes you will have to pull it out. But since we have that silent E, as well as that long O, we are going to put this in our second group, whole. None. Our next word is none. N-O-N-E. Well, let's listen. None. Does this have a short O or a long O sound? Let's listen to it one more time. None. If you listen very closely, this is actually making a short U sound. This is one of our schwas, or the sound where the vowel does not make the traditional sound. None. Since we are not dealing with short U sounds, this is much like the word love, and we are going to put this in our oddball group. Putting this in our oddball group. N-O-N-E. Now, let's say I make a mistake and I go down here. If you ever make a mistake, you can also press this arrow that moves backwards, which is undo, or you can press hold down the control button and press the Z button while you're holding it, and that will take you back to whatever you were doing before. So just trying to put in tech tricks also while we're doing some of the lessons, because that's kind of, I guess it's a great way to learn how to practically use it. All right, so we've done none. Now we're at toast. Toast. T-O-A-S-T. Do you hear a short O sound or a long O sound? Toast. Give you a second to think. I hear a long O sound. To-oast. All right, so dealing with second or third group. And then I see consonant, vowel, vowel, consonant with our T-O-A-S. So guess what? I'm going to go ahead and put it in our third group. Our third group. T-O-A-S-T. And please remember, S-T is a blend, so it's kind of working as that one consonant sound. All right. Next word is soft. S-O-F-T. With soft, do you hear that short O of a ah or that long O of a O? We are dealing with that soft O. Let's make sure it has a CVC pattern. S is a consonant, O is a vowel, and F is a consonant. Because of this, we are going to go ahead and put it in our first group. Put it in our first group. And our last word is toad. Our last word is toad. In the word toad, do you hear a soft O or a short O? Excellent. You should be hearing that long O. Next, do we have a CVC with a silent E pattern, or do we have a CVVC pattern? T is a consonant, O is a vowel, A is a vowel, and D is a consonant. Therefore, this will also fall under our last group. Our third group. And we have completed them all. Have a good one.